score. Roy Jones Jr. versus Joe Calzaghe. It's your man Sleep.
Coltrane.
Big Mike.
Shout out
The British chump.
Professor Docs.
Pretty calm today.
Ride or die.
Ride or die. 12 round unanimous decision. Who wants to set it off?
I'll set it off. Listen, 45-0, 46-0 now, 21 title defenses.
46-0?
46-0. It was 45-0 before tonight. 21 title defenses.
Impressive.
You know, he beat two legends. Y'all can say they was old or whatever, but all through the week, y'all was saying how Roy was going to trash Joe Calzaghe. You know, that he was just overhyped, British chump by some people, but you know, that remains to be.
That sounds like a swipe, man.
No, it wasn't no swipe. The bottom line is,
This is what y'all been waiting for, right?
Listen, I always tell y'all, man, you see we got art all around us. Boxing is an art. It's not about being a wrecking ball in the ring. It's about hitting and not be
when
hit.
you're fighting a bigger opponent, you see how I went to his legs like Barkley did Shaquille O'Neal? I'm not stupid.
You shoot his legs.
I shot his legs.
UFC.
I'm a grappler.
Roy probably needs to retire. He is old and looks over the hill. He don't have that athleticism.
Is he
don't know how to
39?
clinch. I don't know. That remains to be seen. But he don't know how to do the traditional stuff in the ring. Clinch and hold. He don't know how to circle away from power hands. He don't know how to roll his shoulder from punches. Joe Calzaghe is the truth. Stop hating on that dude and get that dude his props. 46 people have tried and they all came up short.
Madison Square Garden. Roy's home away from home. What was that? Roy was undefeated with a
5-0.
MSG. Like
Who did he fight this?
Nobody of any significance. So let's go.
No disrespect. No disrespect. There's a lot of fluff in this record. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, like with Eddie, that's my Joe point. Everybody got fluff in their resumes, but go ahead, Docs.
I was just saying, I picked Roy. You know, it was a nostalgic pick. I saw Roy.
I thought the 90s.
Roy was putting it on.
Let's talk about the 90s. You know, you got your best rap album.
Q-Tip is back.
Q-Tip is back. I was telling you, I didn't get that Q-Tip album. But you got Tribe, you got Dr. Dre. The 90s is just a beautiful. Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Randall Cunningham. If anybody.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh no, they.
All right.
They're looking like Roy.
Well, I'm really basing it on like Roy, you know, looking sharp in the 24/7, which is not a great.
He said change was coming, just not in boxing.
Yeah.
Change did come. Shout out to Barack.
And you know what? Early, what I said on the last show, which somehow mysteriously got edited.
Yeah, my score got edited too, but that's
I had the difference making the fight being Roy's power and speed.
right.
We saw it early on the power. You saw how he dropped Calzaghe, and we all was like, man, is this a hype job? But then, you know, you referenced Byron
Mitchell. He was hurt way worse than that fight than he was in this fight.
Calzaghe got back up.
Gets back up,
on
man.
nerves.
Well,
What's the testament of a good fighter?
My second point, I was basing it on Roy being faster than Calzaghe. It's obvious today that Calzaghe is hands down one of the fastest.
Somebody said that on the show.
When we talk to Mike, Roy might just been faster than him, but it's about his reflexes and where the issues was at.
The hand speed, man. His
reflexes,
his flurry.
Jones got a slick game though that's underrated.
Just like Shane is still very fast, but it's just, if it's one punch, it doesn't really resonate in the ring. Back to Docs, you know, shout out to the Wu-Tang Clan. The RZA had a tough job getting them 7 MCs on every track. You know what I'm saying? I had to chop Docs. He had the RZA, he had the Jizz's verse. He had about 6 bars. I had to chop him, you know, the rest of the brother, and they, you know, Meth and everybody.
I had to score 117.
These guys put up the big 16s on that track, and Docs got chopped in there. You know,
I got chopped on another show. It happens, Doc.
But I wanted to say real quick, as far as the fight, man, I think early on you saw Roy actually showed good footwork in the first round, but it's a matter of age and father time. He doesn't have a lot of fundamentally sound techniques to try to change a fight. Like once Joe adapted to his timing, he became a problem for Roy, you know, and Roy couldn't adapt to his time.
Roy lacks consistency because you said he showed footwork early on, but that thing it was going by the next.
But that's what I think. That's what the pressure in the age.
What we saw, and like y'all know, I picked Roy too, when basically the same thing that Doc said, but you know, it was just apparent that Roy didn't have what he had 6, 7 years ago.
But take us back 7 years ago. Like And
7 years ago,
that fight,
right. 7 years ago, and we all know that he relied totally on athleticism.
he would have been bailing himself out of the corner.
He trapped you in the corner.
Like he said, like what Roy does, and like we made the parallels to the NBA and other sports because Roy didn't develop because Roy's a athletic banger dunker. Roy used to bait you in the corner, bail you out with the right hook, left hook. He was able to escape with the left and right hook, and it's still his habits to do that.
But guess what else is the difference? Roy relied on distance between him and the opponent to get off his pot shots. Joe had his chin buried in his chest tonight. He was
but Joe Roy used to let his hands go to keep you honest, to back you up.
Oh, his hands.
I honestly thought that he left Joe off the hook early. I think in the first round when he had him hurt.
He didn't go to the body.
It wasn't a flashlight knockdown.
He was hurt. Joe was hurt.
He should have stepped in.
Didn't see the Dunkin' Donuts. That's good job.
coffee.
He should have stepped in. He should have stepped in and capitalized on his coffee.
It's late. You got a long ride home.
But I'm like, you interrupting y'all.
You don't have enthusiasm. Last week you had all that enthusiasm. Now
I'm just saying, y'all do it as a matter of business though. For 75 shows and y'all talk about one show.
Big like,
We didn't write that. We had
Yo,
Roy, the political.
Are you rooting for Calzaghe?
Nah, you know what? Come on, man. Look, I love Roy. Big Mike and I, we have history about Roy. You know, he knew that there were times when we were about to go to Blues over Roy. And,
I don't remember that.
And you know what happened? Honestly, you know what happened was that we all wanted the old Roy to come back, and we saw today that basically, number one, the old Roy is gone. Number two, Roy always had trouble with southpaws.
How old is Roy?
Roy 45.
Yeah, he's been 39 for the longest.
Nah,
him and Jay-Z, how old is Jay-Z right now? He's still 36? He said he was 32 on the Blueprint 2. Now that was 2002.
How old is Beyonce?
Yeah, that's another one.
Who cares? Anyway, I was saying, he always had trouble with southpaws. I mean, if you go down to southpaws on his resume, and Joe would have still gave him trouble if they fought their prime.
Right.
It went to decision, but the other thing was, Joe let him off the hook today, too.
He carried him.
He definitely carried Roy.
It was a respect thing.
The 11th round.
The 11 would have carried started.
Right. They like each other a lot.
They like each other. It was obvious. Let me get back to this record thing. This has been eating away at me. Roy Jones taking nothing away from him. He's going into the Hall of Fame, no doubt about it. Other than Bernard Hopkins and James Toney, his career is similar to Joe Calzaghe. Y'all killed Joe, but Roy Jones is beating up on dudes like David Telesco,
what about
Old Virgin Hills, Pete Cox, man.
I agree.
People forget
what
that.
About that cop?
You know what I'm saying?
That was the main thing I used to have against Roy back then.
Yeah, remember, but tonight, all this weekend leading up to the fight, the cop. But people seem to forget about that just to, crap on Joe. My point being is, though, we can go through every fighter's resume and find, like Sleep said, fluff in the resume. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear all that he beat. Look, the dude beat everybody they put in front of him, a la Bernard Hopkins, a la Roy Jones.
He beat Bernard Hopkins.
Well, he got the W in the books.
He got the W,
but nobody's.
And if they can fight 9 out of 10 times, we'll still be arguing who won the fight.
For the record,
Styles make fights.
For the record, nobody's here taking away nothing from Joe.
No. Hold on. We talking to we talking to millions of people out there. Y'all know how y'all feel, but it's a whole lot of people that watch the show. You know what I mean? But I just wanted people to get caught up in this. Oh, he beat an old Roy Jones because, like I said, Roy beat up on a lot of old fighters too through his tenure.
Mike McCallum.
Yeah, I mean the list goes on.
Joe McClure was a friend, and ever since he got hurt, he's actually been real cautious. Like, he really didn't put himself out there. I mean, I'm not saying he was as bad as he was today, or even,
he was cautious.
He became real cautious,
and it's evident why he stayed away from Bernard. All that 60-40, I know it was fun for television. Let's keep it fun. He was ducking.
But another thing is too, people forget about that. Honestly, is that Bernard was green when he fought Roy at that time too.
It's a different fight. Bernard knocks Roy out.
He hit Roy too, man.
That's the worst fight for Roy Jones Jr. at this point. So where we go with Calzaghe's career? And where
did Calzaghe go?
I think Joe should just retire and go.
I agree. Because they ain't gonna never respect you. They want you beat Chad.
There's always gonna be a young lion. They talking about Chad.
It don't matter. They gonna say Chad was too young. He was too green.
He accomplished whatever he had to accomplish. And
the hell with these people
all the time.
If
he fights Chad, it's a close fight.
You got Joe.
I got Joe winning the
I
round.
actually got Joe beat now.
I got Joe winning the round.
Joe will win, but it's gonna be a close fight.
I agree with Doc.
I think so.
I don't think
Stays
so.
a landslide.
I think Lamar and Joe gives Chad an easy box.
What about
I know Connecticut, you hate me, but
Yeah, they don't like you. That one dude.
Chad is a southpaw.
I don't care. No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't.
Chad got the.
No, he can't match his
Chad got
hands.
the.
No, he.
Rewind the tape, sir. But let's move on. What does this do to Joe Calzaghe?
He goes to 1 because Pacquiao is going to lose it. We all agree Pacquiao's going to lose the deal, right?
No, I don't agree.
Well,
we just talked about something tonight about you can't rehydrate to a certain weight.
Right.
These tangibles are starting to make me look at this fight.
How about now? The fight hasn't occurred. I move Joe to the
off inactivity.